going in. He's going to put the RP down onto RMN. Couple of RP left for GH, catching on to two of them. Now let's finish try that they can. We are able to burst him down. They'll look for more, but Tempo, they're diving in. Miracle jumps forward, but no Chronos available. 20 seconds doesn't need to take down LeBron. Out turns over towards Noob. They're killed off Tunic, but can they get more? We hunt solo. Noob will be able to finish it. Miracle should be able to find the clean up for Zoom. He's trying to dupe. Another jump ball from Miracle. He gets the final hit onto him. Will find another. So this time around, Tempo's dive does get punished by Nigma with Miracle able to stick around. And yeah, it's going to drop the static on that extra bit of damage. It should just do it. DNZ's going to pop as RMN able to pick up another one here as this game continues to be an absolute brawler between the two sides.
That was, dude, RMN is owning. He's 3-0-6. 1400 lead, almost has a glimmer.
All right.
RMN is very impressive on his disruptor, I have to say, almost every time. We see this fight again, the stolen RP kind of turns all the aggression around, and then I see Miracle jump in and get a 4-man time dilation. Everyone's spells are just locked in place. They all have to back away at very slow speeds.
Middle tower is under attack.
Very nice hold there by Nigma, as it's a hold that they don't have to commit many big ults, right? They use the Zeus ulti, but
didn't need Chrono. I think they didn't have it. I mean, they didn't have it. You say didn't need it. I mean, if you hit time dilations like that, who needs a Chrono?
Yeah, they did have Chrono, and the static stone came up at the end of the fight, so that was pretty huge for them there. They're gonna have all those up again to be able to fight versus Tempo, and that is Krylet. You know, he was getting free from up top. He shows up and dies twice.
He's been very insistent in trying to turn up, but it's not been easy for him. I mean, as you said yourself, he needs this BKB. He's going to go for the full S and Y. So if he doesn't, I mean, I imagine he must be getting it afterwards. You know, until he has that, we're going to see the same sort of thing just happen there, where they kite him out during the ult, and as soon as the ult ends, it's just so much magical damage that they don't even need to be close to him to throw out at him. It's a very hard fight for the child to turn up to.
Yeah, just so much damage and control through all of it. He's gonna have to be very careful how he approaches the fight. He has to have. I feel like he has to have run buff running in also. But we'll see. As Noob, he is gonna be the one that is for that first item BKB. We were kind of thinking that would be the case when he's versus all this amount of spells. It looks like double bots on the side of Nigma, so bots on the Zeus soon coming up and bots on the Sanking. So looking for the global threats.
I mean, with the frequency that Tempo's been trying to fight, you can certainly understand why Nigma wants to make sure they can turn up. They get the jump onto Mitch. Again, RMN, no holding back, drops the ult. Miracle, he found the catch on the two of them. Even Z from over LeBron. And DNZ getting caught the corner, but DNZ's able to jump out to the side. Miracle, time walking away. Mind Control still hunting for more. The Moonlight Shadow is there, but they have the detection now. Noob will pop the BKB. Golub's trying to escape with his magic immunity. He's even thinking about turning around and getting a hit onto them as GH is getting low. He arrows in onto Mind Control. Torrent to follow up, but they won't push any further. Tempo, they'll back away.
I'm surprised Krylet's here. He's just watching from the side the entirety of the fight. I feel like he should be farming during all this. I feel like he's getting too involved with his team right now. He was waiting for the Empower here to show back up to push up bottom, but he waited for like 40 seconds just watching his team there.
Yeah, they do need Cry to keep up, because you can see already the difference between Miracle and Cry. It's already pretty significant. Nearly a 2k difference between the carries. Tempo able to find the Zeus alone. And his game's definitely getting hurt. You know, Weeheart still unable to really get too much traction in this game because he's on such a vulnerable hero, and Tempo are abusing that. Now Tempo with that, they're going to step towards the pit. It's pretty sacred with a mischance, and building up on the floor from Krylet.
And there's no Zeus, there's no Chronosphere, you're fine. Yeah, they got this one for sure.
I mean, Mind Control's got his own, but he's just not in a position to do anything about it. He's going to start teaming over towards that top tower. They might be able to make it in time.
Arrow too, scouted.
Arrow on LeBron. If Mind Control can time this epicenter, he could go for the steal. He's getting low, Roshan is going to attack, but they've already picked it up. Nigma not able to strike in time. Mind Control still sticking around. He's going to look for the power stroke onto LeBron. He's getting low for LeBron. He's able to try and get the magic missile out of Mind Control. He gets taken out. Tempo 5-1, and now they're going to look for more. Miracle's got to be careful. Pots his time dilation, jumps out, but he hasn't got a Chronosphere. Doesn't want to stick around. DNZ hunts for the arrow, but Ironman's able to duke it. Mitch, the static storm, and glimpse to the side, getting him back in reach of the lifter from GH. But Mitch, he's still able to skewer away. Thunderbolt trap isn't enough damage. The arrow from GH doesn't quite connect. Now they want to move back in with Noob popping up BKB. He's got the control on Weeha, but Weeha saved for now by the Glimmer Cape. He'll
arrow connects.
Cry's got to be careful. He's getting low into this battle trust, but he's still got the Aegis. They'll pull him back with a glimpse. They're looking to try and take him down the once, but the Moonlight Shadow's back up from TNC, and TNC gets them out of there.
And only the Edge and the tanking died during the entirety of it. Both teams just very cautious to overcommit. Ah, very nicely done there by Tempo, taking advantage of that kill they get.
He's unable to make the pounce around the pit. Put a stop to it. Mitch does step forward for the creep wave. Mind control, he's going to go in on him. The glimpse back, and the creep's exploding. The Cosmic Finale will cause the death of Mitch. DD Riddle as well to be found down bottom. Miracle's going to step over. They've got to be careful now, Tempo. DD Void ready to go, and with the Chrono, DN's he's going to leap, and to the side, but it's bound by the dilation. Jump forward from Mind Control from Power Strike, and TNZ is no more.
Throwing the boat out, but the X wasn't on him beforehand.
They did get the X. There's it. Miracle. We found the Chrono, and it's on the big one as well. Cry, he's another once, as well as the Prawn. And they do it a second time.
They're going to have to for him.
They're going to make sure there's enough damage. Static Sonic goes down. Ironman traps him in. No escape for Fryland. Miracle. He's thinking about diving for more. Jumps in with the Time Warp. Looks towards Noob. But slow from the shockwave. We'll hold it back a little bit. Does mean that Noob still has to pop the BKB at the Warrior of Mind Control, catching him with his Burrow Strike.
You have learned nothing.
Pushing back hard now. They're taking away that Aegis and the Troll's life on top of it. Now look to put some pressure onto the tier 1 mid.
Definitely seeing that concern though for Krylat, right? Like he went for S&Y, so the BKB now right afterwards, but these deaths are, they're costly. Miracle has 3 levels over that Troll Warlord now. 0 deaths as well, 8, 0, and 3 right now on this Faceless Void, having a flawless performance.
Yeah, I think it is. Gotta be, as you say, Tempo's got to telling Cry to just stick to the jungle, or at least play away from them. He needs to have the space and time to get that BKB, because without it, he is just such a liability in these fights.
He even had Nether Shawl the whole time. You see, it doesn't matter. There's just far too much magic damage and control from Nigma versus a Troll Warlord.
I mean, they're smoking him in again. They're going to try and make a play with the Troll. We'll see if this works out. They do have the ults. You know, they've got Moonlight up as well to get that really good setup.
There's no Chrono. The Static Storm's up in about 15 seconds, so this is a really tough place for Nigma to fight. They're going to scan. They're aware of this going on.
Gonna still try and move on with the Moonlight. Also aware that Nigma are fully aware. We are hiding in the trees. I mean, they're going straight in. And they've got it. We have been hunted down. I mean, that was an excellent sweep. How are they so sure that he was there? How did we know?
But he says it's off. They knew it was top, and they anticipated that he'd be able to move down into time. That's big brains.
Very nice. And now also getting that position, they're able to get the ward down as well. Yeah. Imagine you might get dewarded those.
Dire's bottom tower
that they found we are pretty easily. Once they were in there.
It's warded, yeah.
You would imagine.
They're looking to get aggro out here. They got a glimpse of DNZ for a second, so they're trying to set up. But the wraparound is here. Noob's already here. He sees Mind Control and RMN.
I mean, he could be keeping a TP out. If he wants.
Dire's bottom tower.
He's actually going to hunt for RMN.
Ooh, this on for a second. The arrow vision.
Well, he's hiding. DNZ hot in the case, but they got X in time. They do. They've got him. Dragging RMN straight back. He tries to TP away. Ho get themselves the kill, and I mean, RMN a very high value kill. It's the first time that he's died this game after having such a spectacular start as the Disruptor.
Ooh. That's a big steal. Empower or Miracle.
Miracle's going to be very happy with GH today.
Yeah, he's already farming. He's already quite a bit still above that Troll. Now kicking this in too. He's going to have this Mjolnir finished at any moment.
Yeah. BKB it's nearly there. Nearly there for Krylat. Okay. Just a component away. And then once he has that, he's going in with the BKB and the Empower. And as we said, you know, if he gets on top of Miracle doesn't have anything defensive. So one sort of route could cause big issues. They don't have any sort of saves or items to get Miracle out of that either, so Miracle's got to be very careful how he jumps in once the Troll's got the BKB and is ready to go.
Yeah, he has to kind of focus fire him with that Chrono. Has to be very wary though. He has to be careful of where the are in position. There are different saves that he does have to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. If he doesn't get him.
Dire's
Got a
middle
lot
tower
here.
is under attack.
But you can see they're not trying to force or rush anything here. They're perfectly fine with just sitting back and farming. They avoid. I feel like anytime that you avoid, you're fine with just taking it to later stages. As you know that you're in a weird spot where tempo is very strong still.
For sure,
Does he
especially with
Lively now.
the solar crest on. Yeah,
Yeah,
very nice.
I like
little
that.
shot. Just making sure that Cry is going to be able to have a strong game once he has the BKB. That he certainly will.
How's Weeha's Yule's looking? Alright, so he's getting closer to it. Yule's is it's gonna be huge for him because that makes him just be able to break the combos so he doesn't just get X'd into Thorn, into Bode, into Arrow, into everything. Actually protect himself properly. And they're all just rallied around Miracle, just kind of sticking around him in these trying times.
That's interesting as well. We have a noob going for the Glimmer. What's sort of the plan behind that?
He's versus a ton of magic damage. I actually been liking these Glimmers on core heroes a lot more. I remember I saw
we've seen it before, yeah.
It was what Nisha did it at the Omega League on the Kunkka, I think it was.
I
And then
was
I've seen a
trying
lot
to
of
remember
people
what other
picking it up.
Kunkka did it, but you're right, it was Niche.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is
A
under
lot of people
attack.
start kind of copying it. People have just been doing it on other heroes. Oop, top DNZ. He gets spotted by Nigma's movement. And they have the blink on GH now, so lots of different forms of catch now on Nigma. Blink, Snake, Kingsman, Rubik, Glimpse.
Dire's structure.
Tempo has to watch out how they retreat from certain situations.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But just
Dire's
all about
middle
that
tower
BKB,
is
which they
under
will
attack.
have now done on Krylat.
And we'll see how he's able to play the fights in comparison to Miracle.
Yeah.
Definitely
Dire's
still
top tower
the
is under
tougher
attack.
ordeal for the Trolls. Still
Radiant's bottom
a fair
tower
bit of
is
catching
under
up
attack.
required. Miracle sitting very comfortably at the top, 9-0-3.
Dire's
Yet
top
to be
tower
taken down
has
this
fallen.
game as the Faceless Void is about to hit that level 18 as well. So I have that good duration of Chronosphere that is going to mess with tempos as long as he's able to play around the bench, make sure that someone else is on top of LeBron or that he catches LeBron in it.
Yep. Weeha has Yule, so he's safe, like we were mentioning. But yeah, you can see Tempo, they're really trying to pick up that pace, trying to find something here with it. But Nigma immediately, they just nuke out the mid lane in a safe manner, keep their Zeus in a defensive spot, and they just have Miracle keep farming. And Miracle is looking to try to maybe get DNZ. And I saw DNZ farming, he started moving his way toward top instantly.
Now, would you say is there more pressure on one of the teams at this stage of the game to do something, or are both of them sort of fine farming it out?
I thought both are fine farming it out. It's
Yeah.
really just going to be an execution in the team fights, yeah.
I'm going to see Tempo try and make a move and come her off guard.
Radiant's
They're
middle
going to have to do
tower
it
is
very
under
cleanly
attack.
though. At this point with the pass and this, all ults are available. Imagine that Nigma will happily take a fight unless they lose someone straight away, and they might lose Weeha. This is great position for Tempo to be in as they'll find Weeha. Trying to get away. The arrows off the mark though. Is there going to be any backup to try and help Weeha? They are coming over with CFs. He finds himself sometime with the U-Acceptor, but the torrent hits. Weeha goes down. Stamshaw's going to be put down, but he doesn't actually catch anyone in it. He's going to glimpse Mitch away to make sure that he himself doesn't get caught by the hold of the Magnus. But Noob, he's charging in. See if he can find anything. Let's go for the blind torrent. Find RMN. Still though, Static Storm down. Doesn't really catch anything. And Tempo, they get away with a very easy move. I mean, anytime that they do find Weeha, even with the Yules, he's still going to be a relatively quick kill.
Yep. Well, they see the Miracle. He's actually going to go for him here.
See if he's got the damage. There's still a BKB in a bottom, but is he even going to get the chance to pop it out? He's not. Noob goes down before he can get a single one of them. That Miracle can move over for more. Get the Chronosphere on the low ground and the high ground, catching both LeBron and DNZ as Nigma get 2 more kills thanks to Miracle's quick-witted plays.
Ooh, Noob has to be way more careful with how he shows himself in the lane. There's so much chain stun. Mind Control even tanking the arrow for Miracle to make sure that he can keep focus firing. And now it's right around Roche.
And with 3 dead, very hard to put a stop to this. I mean, Mitch does have Blink and an RP. If he wants to go for some sort of superhero play, he could. Doesn't look like he's intending to do so. Not heading over Miracle is a little low, but this Roshi is going to be huge. Shouldn't up again for Miracle's house. Like, Aegis is going to be available for him if he's the one to take it, and he's still going to have the money for the completed MKB at 27.
MVP versus Troll Warlord. That is... He's more than a full item over the Troll who has Empower. That's saying something. Sure, he had his own Empower for some slight moments of it, but he's having an absolutely flawless performance while we see Krylad. He's suffering. Those 3 deaths every single time he showed up. He's not farming at the pace that you'd expect a Troll with Empower. He actually looks like a Troll without Empower because he's not even at like 10 last hits per minute or anything like that, or 9 last hits per minute. He's quite behind.
And you would say if you were sort of to go back, that would be your biggest sort of surprise that Cry didn't go heavier on the farm and was trying to sort of fight this sort of pre-Yasha moments, you know, before his level 10 as well, very early on in the game.
I feel like he just turned up a couple times too many. And he was playing on the same side of the map as his team too. Like when that fight bottom was happening, when they lost 3 heroes, he just watched for about 40 seconds rather than being on the other side, hitting neutral camps or pushing lanes or anything. I feel like he had to have been a little bit more selfish with his own farm so far here. Not to say they're fully out of it, but it's looking pretty tough right now.
It's just very worrying for them seeing how big this face is for. Miracle. Gonna jump in, does get a couple of magic himself, but it's gonna be dodged. GH with a stolen bow. It comes crashing in, Sail will swap Mitch out to the side. And through LeBron, but LeBron goes down because of this. Now Miracle, he's gonna try and chase for more Cries, but the BKB is soon to be wearing off though. Will still manage to sneak away there with a Moonlark Shadow. Assisting DNC is still caught in the river. Jump forward for Miracle. Uses the Glimmer Cape. Will save DNC for now. Cries, he's trying to step towards this, but he will get a glimpse to the side. Mitch jumps in. ZRP has managed to catch the 2 of them, but there's no follow-up. Mitch has to now turn and run. It's caught Cry without the BKB ready to go. Anybody will go down. Mind Control jumps into the epicenter. The Program Strike catches the 2 of them. A double kill for We Are. Miracle picks up a 4th as Noob, the last remaining member left alive, to run back to the base. Miracle's in. Chronosphere still ready as he drops it down to get the effective team wipe. We Are claiming some glory here as he's the one to pick up the triple. Now at a 6k lead, and with the way that these fights are going, the gap between the Void and the Troll is only going to expand exponentially at this rate.
Oh man, Nigma just
Dire's middle
crushing their spell usage in comparison to Tempo. Tempo just not getting their spells off almost at all, and now Miracle with Aegis, he puts them on this weird back foot that he just jumps into the fight, and when Carnage like that starts, you don't really know how to use your spells, right? It's like this Void is just in the midst of everything with an Aegis. You don't want to waste your spells on him, and it ends up just causing way too much chaos. They're all just panicking, and they can't actually do anything.
Tier 2s now. No contest. Miracle just continuing to go unharmed for this game, 13-0-7.
I mean, I believe he's gonna have the Satanic soon too, and he already was, he's 13-0-7, he's already unkillable with an Aegis, and he's gonna have another on top. I think that's a pretty good person to tip right there. Yeah, Miracle's had a pretty perfect game.
But, you know, despite the difference growing, there is going to be Miracle. Right there, trying to go for this. Gonna put the BKB and the ult to try and deal with Miracle, but Miracle's actually still able to time walk out. The turnover was Mind Control. They look at Sacking. Can they find the route onto Miracle? They can't. He's able to jump out and away from them. But they've found Mind Control. See if they can turn this into anything more. Noob chasing down GH. GH turns with the ult to put a stop to the potential X-Mark play. He's still finding the X-Mark. She's got the ult, so he backs up a little bit of time. The battle trance will allow him to live for a little longer. In fact, he's going to live totally.
He's alive.
He actually died. Finally dies. Noob's able to get him with the Tidebringer hit. But he's not died. He is able to live that long. Mitch does come in with the RP up to the Cry stepping over. It's caught somewhere and then he's getting low, but Miracle still survives. Turns over towards Mitch's 3 dead. Only Noob and DNZ left, but Mind Control finds the Marauder, jumps over, catches him with a Burrow Strike. Another team fight where they do try the best, and they do get the clear from Noob. Noob, he got a lot of golden XP from that one, I'll tell you that. Miracle is going to try and chase him, but the X-Mark is already down. Mind Control is tagged in as he jumps forward, has the lockdown with the Burrow Strike. Noob will get the torrent out, does get the boat coming down as well, but he's already dead. Miracle finishes him off with another set of bashes. As they're trying their best in these fights, Temple, but it really just is too hard with just this huge difference that how far Miracle is ahead off the back of that fight as well. He's nearly level 25.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I can't believe a battle trend.
Radiant
I mean, I can't believe Jojo saves it, but I can't believe it turns the fight into this type of situation where it's just such chaos for tempo, where everyone just ends up dying.
Dire's top tower has
Like your
fallen.
game is just over. This Void is just too much to deal with as he's got Chrono available. He might look just do it.
Arrow. That was beautiful. But it's not enough. Miracle pop the same Titanic. He's back up to full HP. Tries to try and get in, but the Chrono's now is caught by three of them. It's over towards LeBron. LeBron goes down first. Trying to DNC. DNC fall. The epicenter is outclassed. We're going to be getting about the chance of the Rouge there. The Thorn as well. Miracle's in trouble. He's getting control. He's dead. Cry. He found one. This is the comeback of Cry, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to look for more. Who else can he find? Shockwave dragged back. DH Cry's in. With the bash in there. It's another kill for Crylat. As they will hold. Crylat says, I'm not out of this game yet. Does cost them 3 buybacks to turn it around and hold the base, but they do hold the base.
And the Troll does get the big kill. And he's getting, he's getting closer toward that Abyssal. Like, the Basher really uses big timing to become very strong. You still need a lot more of that because they've costed the 3 buybacks. But some signs of life. From Nigma, you know, playing super over-aggressive.
And Cry's able to get on top of Miracle again with these bashes and roots. And maybe Tempo can still turn this one around despite the critical match that the Miracle's been able to reach at such a pace.
The better hope he dives for under the tier 4s again, though. Because he's still pretty insanely strong. His arm man. He fights DNZ.
TNZ. They're trying for this, but
Radiant's
Look at
middle
Weehawk.
tower
Troll
is
running
under
at him.
attack.
Look at Weehawk's positioning. He did not leave the base there. He was like, nope, you guys have got me 10 times, but that 11, not gonna give me the 11th time.
what's going on? Where's Mitch? Mitch is here. Mitch has got Blink RP. If they could get it jumping an RP before the Void's up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Cry's getting extremely low though. He has to be careful. And stun from left control, he might just get popped.
He's got 15 charges on the one. They're going to get. They managed to find connection with the top of the arrow. We are being caught by the stuns. We are is gone. Cry did put the BKB for that commitment. They've got to be careful now. Miracle's back in the game. Mind control, starting things off with the stun onto Mitch. Mitch, you're in out of time, but they still have the glimpse back. Mitch will be left behind. The rest of them looking to get out of there. DNC's out in the trees with the TP. LeBron, he's hiding and he's hosting. But they're back. Nigma don't manage to punish Tempo for slightly overstaying there with the 2 kills. And now they can push back themselves. Miracle's nearly got the Chrono good to go again. There's a double damage rune up top as well. And this is quite a big window. 70 seconds without Mitch able to come into the game. Quite a crucial component for just having some sort of high ground threat that Nigma are going to think twice about pushing into. Now they don't have to worry about the Magnus for a minute.
Yeah, still 20 seconds on the BKB too of Crylat. He has to be careful where he gets caught. If he gets caught by disruptor spells before that's up, he's dead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Miracle's gonna force the issue here. Got this cheese in hand. He's going toward top. Has the backup of his whole team as Weehawk is respawning, and I believe Weehawk has pretty much 4 Aghanims where he does respawn too.
Seconds to buy without Mitch. And Nigma, they're sticking around. The swap.
The arrow again.
The arrow, they're going to become the back missile as well. He's getting so much trouble. He's able to live. The E-play keeping moving. Bueno's out onto the tree. He turns to DNC. He's going to look towards Crylat. Crylat's backing off. They got the Rexo. They've got what they came for.
Did that still second E-Blade save him? I think it did. Right? It definitely did.
It was an E-Blade. It was after that E-Blade saved
just
him. Without the E-Blade, he was dead. He was 100% dead. Mind control. Just, what a pro. He saved Miracle so hard there.
That he literally just had picked it up too. I saw him pick it up and I was like, oh. Boom. Yeah, just in that situation gets it off. Bails out his buddy. They back up. They lose mind control, so they're going to give them some ring back. They're going to back away together. And like you said, Magnus is back up, so they're still a little bit afraid of that RP.
Huge save, and they got what they came for.
Yep.
Still continue to very much be in their advantage. Nigma this game, 18k advantage at 42 to 25 in a set of racks up. Pressure is on for Tempo. They've got to come out with some outstanding jumps, outstanding RPs. And Mitch, he's getting close to the items to be able to do that. You see him going for the Shadow Blade just so he has that extra setup.
It's not an easy game to be able to try to set up for those RPs. You're playing versus Zeus, you're playing versus like a lot of situations where there's just vision on you. Just if you mistime it, Thunder God's Wrath, all these different spells, they mess with these Blink Dagger a lot. And you also have to always watch out for the GH Rubik. As he's already got the RP, I believe, what, twice this game already? And now he has an Aeon Disc too, and just so many different positioning items. There's a lot of situations where Mitch has to just be very careful of how he uses his spells.
Yeah, I mean, I get in terms of sort of playing against a Rubik when you are the Magnus. Like what are you meant to do? You just meant to try and instantly shock whatever after the RP. I mean, is that the best way to cover yourself?
Yep, or catch him in it. Yeah. It's one of the two. Yeah.
Got to be quick on that, otherwise, yeah, GH, as you say, he's always going to find that chance if you sort of skip a beat and aren't covering your RP.
Especially like with Aeon Disc too, it makes it easy because if you are caught inside the RP, you can still get your steals off and spells off. Like control, he peeps, he sees him for a second.
The Thunder Gods Wrath to get themselves vision. Mitch still hunting, but Dust is out. Nimbus as well, Miracle's in. He's diving, but not quite for 10 seconds. Got the two on the back lines. Mitch is dragged in. Static Storm causing issues to Pride. Arrow does connect onto RMN. Pride getting controlled by these constructs. He still has the BKB. He's actually going to put the BKB to try and get out, but the Miracle is there in time to put a stop to the escape of control. The Chrono catching him through the BKB, of course. They do manage to get out on Noob, but 4 of them down on tempo. Nigma can sweep down the mid lane, and nobody has buyback available.
And that's what we're saying, how the game for Mitch is just, it's so difficult. They just pop the Zeus ult, he runs around in circles trying to get away from stuns, but inevitably gets hit by one, and Chronosphere comes up at literally that split second to be able to catch control at the end of it all.
And they're getting aggressive for this. They're no Noob's alone. Noob has got the BKB to run back. Nigma will be better suited to focus on the barracks here, mate. There might be one. There'll be one more fight left in Tampa. You can feel it, especially the way that they've played, despite being behind a lot of the game. They're certainly giving it their all.
Dire's bottom barracks
They've got the fortification, but you're right, without the troll, they are unlikely to try and fight this. So it's going to be one final hurrah. If they're able to survive 30 seconds, but Skewer nearly gets GH back into the base. Isn't quite enough of a distance. Alex storms down, Mitch will wait it out. 20 seconds until Krylet's on, back in the game, and then they'll try for something more. But the Megas are out. Going to take something remarkable from Tempo to turn this one, as Nigma, of course, feeling very confident. Miracle continuing to probably just tab open his scoreboard and have a little look at what he's achieved. He's 23-1-13 this game.
And then Weehaw probably opening up the scoreboard and looking at Miracle's score and being like, man, that's a nice score.
And then saying, you know what, I did that. You know what I mean? He's like, look at the space I created, Miracle. All that space. And to be fair, a lot of the deaths did take a lot of focus from Tempo. For sure. Proof for that to be said. Yep. See what I can do. They're going to try to set with the Moonlight. They need something really hard. They're not going to be able to catch it by surprise. The Thunder God Wrath from Weehaw certainly doing his job there.
Oh, another DD.
Spots it out.
Of course, another DD for Miracle.
Always possible. Well, the Hex. It's a bottom, but again, this E-Blade making Miracle more than fine as he's able to jump away. Throw a strike in on the Krylet. Krylet will pop the ult, but the bashes from Miracle are real as Cry can't even get a touch it onto the fence this morning. As Cry will go down, 3 dead on Tempo. They're up to the high ground. Jump ball from my shoulder, throw a strike. GG is full. Nigma will take game 1 here against Tempo. A fun game, lots of action. And the Tempo just, well, they kept up with, it was just the fact that throughout this action, there was a void on Nigma's lineup, and pretty much ends closing in on double the net worth of